So moving right into the fact that LAVAR Ball took LEMELO out of high school from Chino Hills, and he has also took his other son LIANGELO out of UCLA, and they signed agents earlier this week, and as of 2 days ago, they was able to sign with Lithuania basketball to play out in Lithuania professionally.
He really took out his son because he was suspended. So
correct. And they spoke about it in Breakfast Club today. Even LiAngelo spoke about it himself. He was like, I just want to play ball, and I thought when I came back they would tell me, how long I'd be out. They wasn't telling me nothing.
The indefinite suspension. You don't know when you can come back.
So I mean,
you're ruining my career at this point.
And I don't think LiAngelo or LAVAR would have had a problem if UCLA said we're gonna suspend him 5 games and then he could rejoin the team and then continue on with his career at UCLA. But when you say out indefinitely and he needs to satisfy a few things for us before we can decide when he could come back. Like now you're just holding him hostage.
You see, now this is how I see it. All right, because people say, "Oh, you know what?" But this is a profession. No matter how you take a profession, it's a profession. This is something that you got. You're in college to make money for.
Everybody else is being paid.
So this is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Now, if I was a student and I was going for my law degree,
mm-hmm.
and I did something, whatever case may be, and they said they suspended me,
mm-hmm.
and then I come back and they say we don't know how long we're going to suspend you. You're just suspended.
Mm-hmm.
So now I sit at home while I'm paying for school.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's an issue, right? Now it's like, hey, why are you doing this to this kid?
Mm-hmm.
But now when it's a kid playing basketball,
mm-hmm.
it's just, hey, get over it.
Mm-hmm. But he's there to play basketball.
But that's what I'm saying. You're at the school for your profession.
Correct.
So if my profession was a lawyer, his profession is what difference does it make of what my profession is? You're preventing me from perfecting at my profession.
Correct.
And you're not giving me a status quo of when I can or cannot return, or tell me what I have to do, or maybe what are certain things I have to do. You just tell me I got to sit there and wait.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess how people would say there's protocol in life. You have to kind of follow the way the rules are. Well, yeah, but if I have different options, then I don't need to.
That's a fact.
And to that strength with LAVAR Ball, he's saying we don't have to wait around for UCLA because we have other options. And then the people that are saying, well, he's losing the education,
what education?
Well, what do you say about Ben Simmons then? What do you say about Markel Fultz? Or what do you say about Frank Ntilikina?
What do you say
about Porzingis? What do you say about Giannis Antetokounmpo?
So what do we go over?
What do you say about Kyrie Irving?
What do you say about the president of the NBA union, LeBron James, who didn't even go to college?
Wow, word.
So all of a sudden he's not worthy now?
So this idea that he needs to
Kobe Bryant's not worthy now?
He needs to get a good education. I heard a lot of people saying, well, we don't think LiAngelo was ever going to be an NBA prospect, so he really needs the education. Well, his older brother's already becoming a millionaire, so he can easily just get an online education and join the family business. What? Without mad the fact that there's a family business that they're working in?
I don't understand why you're so keen on his education like that. They really care about that.
When in reality, it was athletics. So this is talk about the best players in the NBA right now. We just land off the top 10 NBA players. Which one of them actually finished college?
No. Which one of them do y'all remember what they finished college with? What? A degree in what?
I don't remember the last player that I remember being a senior in college before they came to the NBA. Maybe Buddy Hield.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe Buddy Hield. Steph Curry didn't finish.
Klay Thompson, I think, is the last one.
I think Klay was actually a junior when he left.
He might have been a junior.
So I can't speak on the last one besides
Melo.
Melo was a freshman.
Was he?
Freshman.
I thought he was
won a championship.
Sophomore. Oh, I thought he was sophomore.
He was a freshman in and out.
He didn't even make that. So
Melo was one of the one and dones that actually won a championship there. Kevin Durant, one and done.
One and done.
What you want to say? Carmelo's not smart? Carmelo has so many businesses that he runs. He owns a soccer team.
I can't think of another team.
Did Carmelo get a degree in Syracuse? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm asking.
I think the closest one was the Fab Five. I think they had 3 seasons.
So this idea, LiAngelo needs to stay. When LiAngelo is saying, I just want to play ball, it's not about college. I just want to play ball. So his father's saying, if you just want to play ball, we'll find a way for you to play basketball. If you hear him on the Breakfast Club, he was like, my boy just want to play ball. If you're not going to allow them to play ball, well, we got options. Some people don't, but we got options.
We got options. We're going to take advantage of our opportunities.
So even with the younger brother, LiAngelo, when they were saying, he had the best chance to actually make it to the NBA, now LAVAR's ruined his opportunity. How is he ever going to get exposure in some backyard league in Lithuania? All right. We're in the internet era. The same way that everybody loves the bald kids is because of who's actually really seen them play high school basketball. You name me a station that plays high school basketball. ESPN don't play or carry high school basketball.
Name somebody.
NBA.com TV, they don't play high school basketball. So how does the rest of the world already know that LEMELO is such a great basketball player unless it has something to do with Baller's Life, YouTube, and the fact that this era watches most of the things online. We get things from YouTube and Twitter. Not because I watch it on ESPN or ABC anymore.
I've never even heard of Chino Hills High School until the Melo.
So this idea that if they go another place, we'll never see them again. Well, the same way that we was unable to see Brandon Jennings for a year? Or the same... Come on, don't use that as an excuse for them not to go. Then this idea that, they'll only make $500 a month. This league is not the great. One game they forfeited. This is not the best situation. As long as they're playing against professionals, they're getting better than if they was to play against the same players in UCLA. Like, what don't y'all get about that? They're trying to be better at the craft of basketball. If you cut everything away, there's better competition in Lithuania than in Division I in America. Period. Stop the conversation right there. Right there.
Basketball is basketball. You got a grown man playing this sport. You're going to learn.
Then it was like they're only making $500 a month. What? Why is it about the money? Why do you even think it's that's $500 more than you're making at UCLA? Hills right now.
Like he's making $0 a month at UCLA, so $500 a month. Isn't that a $500 increase?
Not to mention, it's a win-win. The Lithuanian team is not going to get so much eyeballs just because these two kids are not on their team. People in America want to see them play. All of a sudden now Lithuania gets so much more eyeballs on their league just because of these two kids. It's a win-win for Lithuania and the Ball family. But somehow we want to cut it up as in, he has to learn that he shouldn't have took his kids out of school. What about school? When that never mattered to y'all before.
Yeah, never. I've yet to hear not one of these reporters say Kobe Bryant's daddy or mama or LeBron James' mama. Why did you let him go straight to basketball? I ain't hear about Kevin Garnett. I ain't hear none of my
Chandler.
I ain't hear nothing about none of these parents. All of a sudden, this guy comes out speaking about his kids, how he wants to raise his kids, and y'all automatically are telling him how not to.
Okay, but and then I always like to speak with stats. I feel like everybody wants to talk just because they feel like they have a lot of knowledge. Well, who's grading your knowledge? Like, there's a difference between, no disrespect, there's a difference between Stephen A. Smith, analyst of a basketball player, versus Phil Jackson or Jerry West viewing that same player. The both of them can say, on my eye test, I felt this, that, and the third. But who one is more qualified or validated of opinion? Stephen A. or Jerry West? You ask yourself that question for yourself. Now, if we're talking about boxing, who's more qualified? Max Kellerman or Mike Tyson? Someone that actually has been a boxer versus someone that has just been a spectator or covered the sport.
I don't know if I'll really listen to Mike Tyson. No, I'm just I get what you're saying.
So I have some stats to back this up.
Someone that actually understands the game to
that's actually been in the game and immersed in the game.
Into that high level. Don't say that, I played in college or I played in high school and say, I understand the NBA.
Correct. So I had some stats. So there's actually a number of players recently that did very similar things to avoid going to college. Most recently, plays right now for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Terrence Ferguson was considered the best shooter out of the high school class of 2017. He skipped going to college for 1 year, went to, I believe, Australia for a year, played out there, didn't get a lot of minutes, didn't get a lot of burn, but played against grown men for a year, came back over here, still got drafted in the lottery, still got drafted in the first round. Has his career suffered? Did he need to go to college? I don't hear nobody saying, why didn't this kid go to college? He missed the education.
He got his $500 a month over there and came back.
Might have made more. Let's even go to the next now. Brandon Jennings signed for $1.2 million. Skipped going to college. Played 1 year overseas. As a rookie, scored 55 points in his first month. The most ever to this day for a rookie. But did Brandon Jennings suffer from not getting a chance to be exposed to Division I? I mean, yeah, he dropped. He went from being the best point guard prospect of that draft to dropping to the 9th pick behind Steph Curry. But did that stop him from being a Rookie of the Year candidate? Or having a great rookie year and being $1 million more than everybody else that he was coming into the same draft with?
Wasn't he last year's 6-man runner-up?
He was getting a chance, but then he was with the Knicks and they got traded to Washington. And it didn't really work out too well.
He was getting close in there.
But from we know how other than tearing his Achilles a few years ago, Brandon James is a very talented player that, again, never went to college. Never. They're actually playing overseas right now. Another guy. We have a guy named Jeremy Tyler. Actually played for the Knicks for a little bit, played for several teams. But he actually, Jeremy Tyler, he's a power forward.
Big guy, right? Yeah,
yes.
I think I told him. Okay.
He actually was looked at as a lottery pick, skipped going to college, entered the 2011 draft, got drafted in the 2nd round, had a lot more to go through, never got a chance to really get a chance. But he's had some good years in G League. He's also overseas right now also. And lastly, even more so, Emmanuel Mudiay was considered the best point guard prospect, considered Derrick Rose or John Wall, was considered to be the #1 pick of the same draft of Porzingis and Russell before he went to China to play for a year. Even Larry Brown said he was the best point guard prospect since Derrick Rose. We see Emmanuel Mudiay. He's came now, and now he's not getting the same opportunity with the Nuggets, but he never went to college. Looks like he's fine. Like he's in the league.
Actually, right now he's like one of the, his name is going up there as one of the top guys in the West.
So I even went a little bit further with it, right? To this idea that they're too young, therefore they're physically not able.
Oh.
So I went ahead and I looked at all the major sports. So I started with the most physical sport, the NHL. The highest paid player in the NHL right now, his name is Patrick Kane. Actually, one of the rare American-born NHL players that's become a star. He's from Buffalo, New York. He gets paid $14 million a season. Let's go a little bit into Patrick Kane. Never went to college. At age 14, went to an amateur hockey league for 3 years. At 16, played in the Ontario Hockey Professional League for 2 years, which is designated for players aged 16 to 21.
That's a grown man league, and that's Canada. You know they play for real.
Then got drafted to the NHL in 2007 at what? Age 18, and contributed that year. Wait, you trying to tell me the hockey's less physical than basketball? Wait, hockey is less physical than basketball. And then maybe you're thinking that, Patrick Kane is a huge guy. He's like a LeBron James of his sport. 5'11", 180 pounds. Does that sound like a very large man?
That sounds like a slot receiver to me.
But yet, he never went to college. From age 14, was playing competitive hockey sports. I didn't hear anybody say that, the hockey players need to go to college. They need a college. They need more college or seasoning or NCAA seasoning. Sure enough. Let's go to Major League Baseball. The best player or the MVP from last year, and who just got traded to the Yankees. Shout out to the Yankees. Giancarlo Stanton has the biggest contract in baseball, was the MVP. He's being paid $25 million a year. He signed to play baseball in the amateur draft of 2007 also at the age of 18.
That don't count, he's Spanish.
That's crazy. I'm moving a little bit further.
Don't even go to soccer.
Last one, soccer.
Oh,
well, some people would say, no, you're talking about internationally, Kyle. So I went way out of my way just to find out what's going on in America.
What about Christian Pulisic, who played for the U.S. national team, who started at 17? And he came at it from PA.
Interesting.
American-born.
I didn't even know nothing about that guy.
He played for Borussia Dortmund. His father sent him out there when he was 16. He played at the under-16 league and was a star. And is a star.
Wow. I'm not really aware of that guy, but the person I looked up for the Major League Soccer was who's being paid the most. I'm going by money here. So, $6 million a season. Mid-infielder, Ricardo Kata. That's K-A-K-A. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. But he sound professionally.
K-A-K-A?
Yeah.
Same as Kaka?
Yeah. Ricardo Kaka. Mid-infielder. He gets paid $6 million a year for the MLS. He signed pro at age 15. He was playing with the senior club Sao Paulo at age 18. This is soccer. You trying to tell me soccer, like physically, the fact that they got to run and stay in that kind of shape, that an 18-year-old is any different than an 18-year-old in the NBA?
You can go even further than that. You go Freddie Adu, who was 14.
I could go further than that. I'm just proving the point here. The fact that these players are the most paid players to be saying that they're quote-unquote the most valuable players to those leagues. All these players never went to college in each one of these sports. So now when we spin it over and we start talking the whole LAVAR's making a grave mistake, where's your proof? That's all I'm asking.
Like, you can't.
If you got stats to back it up, we could argue all day. But all you want to say is, well, he's a kid and kids need an education because in America, kids need education. Well, yeah, that's for somebody that don't got a talent. If I don't play a sport, if I don't have a musical talent, I don't have an entertainment talent, well, yeah, education is the best chance for me to succeed in any world, not just America.
I would say that education is needed no matter what, if you have a talent or not, because you don't need to know how to count your money. But that's not your choice to make.
Not to mention, you know, they're going to online schooling.
We don't know. We don't know their academic achievements. We don't know how well intelligent these kids are. Mm-hmm. We just know that they like to play basketball and they want to play basketball. Yeah. So if they choose not to go to school at this point in given time, hey, I know a couple of players in the NBA. I wish I could do some stats that got their college degrees post being in the NBA.
Vince Carter, very good example.
So who just graduated just recently. Someone else just graduated. Just can't remember who it is, but someone just graduated from college just now.
Okay.
Just got a degree.
Okay.
It's just
you can go back when you need to go back. Once you make money, you can go back.
The education is always there.
And a lot of
your body is not going to be. Your body's not going to be there forever. You have to take opportunity as quickly as you can, because the average player in the NBA, NFL, NHL, no matter what sport, is 2 years. Mm-hmm. So if you're waiting to the point of when you're 4, 21, 22, 23, you wasted the prime time of your good, healthy years not making no money for your talent. Mm-hmm. And then by the time you finally get into the league, you ruin the chance of getting hurt because you played 4 consecutive years at a college for no money, and you put your body on the same line that you would put on in the NCAA that you will be putting in the NBA. Because don't get it twisted, majority of players in NCAA are going to the NBA anyways. The same caliber players, just different format. Mm-hmm. But you're playing in the same situation, and you're chancing yourself getting injured every single game that you're in the NCAA, and you're not getting paid for it. Mm-hmm. And then when you finally go to the league, you get hurt. They say, "Oh, you're washed. Mm-hmm. You're a bum. Oh, you was never that good. Healthy. You couldn't stay healthy." Now the kids are leaving in early. They're going too early. What do you want them to do? What do you want them to do? Doesn't make any sense.
I mean, again, if you got statistics to back up what you got to say, I'm all for the argument. But if you have no statistics, you have no kind of proof to what you're saying other than like, well, LAVAR's making a poor choice, so I don't like the way he's going about doing it. Well, because that's not the way you would do it? Well, you're in the position that you are for a reason. He's in the position that he is for a reason.
There's certain reason why certain people's in the same places.
So for Charles Barkley to say he's exploiting his kids, it goes 2 ways. I got to be a parent to make sure that they succeed at the same strength that they're here to help me. We help each other. That's what a good family does.
Right.
And it's a family business.
I don't think they really like this. The
aspects of how he goes about it.
Yeah, like I don't think they like the fact that they're close or nothing like that. They want to separate them so badly because they want to manipulate.
But I think it's anybody that thinks differently. Like I look at it like Bill Belichick. It's the same way he had a lot of people saying that he was wrong and he was a bad coach in Cleveland.
Yeah.
We're not saying the way about him handling things, he'll never make it doing it this way.
Like
but then as soon as he became successful, now it's like everything's acceptable about the way
no matter what he does.
Like,
if it's the Deflategate, Wintergate.
Well, during those times when he was still trying to find his way with the Browns, the criticisms came out heavy.
What if Spygate came out during Cleveland? Belichick will be not heard of.
He'd just be a coordinator. He would never get the chance to probably be a head coach.
He'd probably be playing under Nick Saban in Alabama.